On parle beaucoup depuis quelque temps d'une possible reformation des Beatles. Le mieux placé pour en parler, c'est John Lennon. Le voici. Hi, John. Did you have a nice trip?
It's been a hard day's night, that's all I can say.
Where were you when I invited you in this show?
Somewhere in Strawberry Fields.
The reason why I invited you is because everybody is talking about a possible reformation of the Beatles. What do you think of it?
Well, you didn't have to bring me down here, you know, because George had told you, George Harrison had said that while John's dead, there's no chance of the Beatles getting back together again.
Yeah.
Ever.
But they said that the reformation will take place with your son Julian at your place. What do you think of that?
He's part of me.
Yeah.
He's sort of clone of me, you know.
Yeah. If there is question of the Beatles playing together again, it's because there was a split. And when we say split, everybody thinks of Yoko Ono. Why?
Well, why Yoko? Why was she responsible for the split of the Beatles? She was just with me. That's all she ever did. She was with me all the time.
At the end, when you were living in the Dakota in New York with her,
The Dakota, yeah.
yeah, you said she transformed you in a housewife. How can you explain this?
Well, I'd never had that before. I was always on tour all over the world, you know, and it was sort of like a homecoming sort of thing, you know, baking bread and stuff like that, you know. How can I say? It was sort of like a new thing for me, looking after Sean and things.
Is it because you had no mother when you were
That's
a kid?
right, yeah. She was knocked down by an off-duty policeman who smelt of drink, by the way, you know.
Yeah. And your father?
Well, he was a sailor. All the family's been rovers, really, you know. He went to New Zealand somewhere, you know.
But you met him after?
Yeah, I met him around about 65, you know. He wanted some money. He was a bit hard up, you know. Didn't have much money. So I sort of like give him some money, and that was that, really, you know.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep coming back for money all the time, you know.
You said that Julian Lennon is much more like a clone of you than a son. Do you know Lenny Kravitz?
He's a clone of Jimi Hendrix, isn't he, you know?
Yeah. And the black clone of you too, no?
That's right.
Yeah. Mick Jagger, you want to see Mick Jagger?
I prefer to die first.
Tell us about the 8th December 1980.
Oh, I spent the whole day with Yoko. Then we went out, and as usual, there's a group of people I waited outside, my fans. A guy came near me, and he looked nice. He handed me one of my records, and I thought, there's a strange look on his face, you know. He just said, John, can I have your autograph?
Do you remember what you wrote, what autograph you wrote?
Yeah, I wrote John Lennon 1980. It should have been John Lennon 1940 to 1980, you know.
And didn't you feel that something was about to happen?
No, I didn't, no. We went out, came back 3 or 4, maybe 5 hours later. The chauffeur parked the limousine. Yoko went out first. Walked in the alley, and I felt that someone was looking at, you know, looking at me, you know. So I just looked round, and I saw this guy stood there with a gun, in a sort of like a military sort of positioning, you know.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember.
Yeah. 5 bullets, he shot you.
I can't remember anything about it.
He said, I didn't want to kill John Lennon, I wanted to kill a record sleeve.
Well, the record sleeve's still here, but I'm not here, you know what I mean? So,
This guy, Chapman, will be out of jail in year 2000. Do you want to meet him?
I said we were as popular as Christ, but I never said that. It was like misconstrued. of what I said. I'm as cool as the Pope can be, you know what I mean?
Et pour être sûr de ne rien rater de Inarditube, abonnez-vous et mettez un pouce bleu.